All right, so I'm hoping this one's going to be a short one, because what I want to do in this is here's the thing. I've talked already on this channel a lot, and I've talked already about the things that I'm trying to do, and I've talked this channel and other channels about like how much I like documenting. Well, the thing about documenting is when you're making quick, fast changes, I don't know. I don't really think it's not really like an emotional, sentimental thing. It's more of just like I want to know how things were when I look back later. I want to have the option to be able to look back later and know how things were. So the reason I turned back on the camera is because I was in the mood to do some more shit. And like I was talking about in the last video, my content strategy that was like theory and didn't really do a lot of stuff. I do want to go ahead and I want to make some moves here. Um, so I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to use this as the documentation to see how things were as I'm doing it. So let's dive in. All right. So here we are. So a couple things. The first thing was Instagram. I actually already did something. I'm going to show you what I did. If I head over to, I have 3 accounts logged in right now. I have my main account. This is Instagram, right? So my main account, I have Fueled by Progress and I Find a Tech. I actually just switched this. I did it off camera and I was like, I should start doing this stuff. This actually, I hadn't logged into really either of these 2 accounts in a long time. And Fueled by Progress used to be FBP Apparel. Fun fact, there's some guy named Brian that is Fueled by Progress. I had some DMs with him in 2020 to buy that off of him. He told me he was going to sell it to me for $1,200, and we never really went through with that whole thing because I don't know how to actually buy an Instagram handle from somebody and make sure that you get it. So I was like, I'm an idiot. It definitely can't be FBP Apparel now. At the time, it was like, kind of trying to be a clothing company too. So it's definitely not going to be that anymore. So why don't I just slap an underscore at the end of that or put like pod or put whatever? And I just put the underscore because honestly, at the end of the day, if somebody's typing that in, they're going to get so far along and they're going to click like an auto thing anyway. So it really doesn't matter because it's a brand too. It's not like a person. So like you're not going to see Brian's face and click on that. So sorry, Brian. Anyway, I just want to do a couple things, a couple little cleanup things, a couple interesting things. And like I said, literally just go through these profiles and show you what it looks like while we're here. So for some reason, when you switch, it doesn't switch to the actual profile. Just it stays on where you're at, but shouldn't change the thing. So this is what the Fueled by Progress thing. You can go follow it if you'd like. Right now, it's just Fueled by Progress _ over on Instagram. We're gonna change the logo. We're gonna change a bunch of different things here. 49 posts, 67 followers, 3 following. I'm gonna change brand. There's got to be podcast. I did this thing brand before because it was like, whatever. Let's keep going is another one of my big phrases. Let's keep going. Fueled by Progress. Learn, try, share. What's the alternative? All big phrases that I had and still have. Podcast, apparel, and community. We're going to change that. Fueledbyprogress.com. Sick. Also did think of, while I was doing this, I thought of making the username. ChatGPT came up with the idea of fueledbyprogress.fm. And I didn't do that because the .fm domain is $85. I really don't want it. It's not a big deal, but I don't want it because I have .com. So why the hell I don't need to do that? Oh, good idea, but I just underscore is fine. I don't care. Wallpapers real quick. Pretty dope, man. I was doing some cool shit, man. This is a really nice website. Built in Elementor, but did a lot of cool stuff over here. I have this also while we're on this topic. While we're on this topic, I'm glad I turned the camera back on. I'm going to go full screen for a second. If you want any of these, you just let me know because these are vintage and they're going to be worth a lot of money one day. So back in the day, obviously we had this podcast, apparel company and all this stuff. We made these stickers. So these are like bunch of FBP stickers that this logo is not going to, it's not going to exist anymore. Like I'm going to do something with this. This is a cool for the time, but before I start doing some other stuff here, I'm going to absolutely do some other shit. If I could get this damn other pack open, because this is slightly different. It's not really important. I'll just do it like this. So this is a different one, right? It's another pack of these. Just has the word mark thing underneath or whatever. And then, remember these bad boys? Look at that. Look at that. That says, you can probably barely see that, but in the corner, it says 2020. pop socket. If you want any of that, you just let me know. You comment down below if you want that, and I'll get them to you somehow. So yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, just wallpapers. I actually had somebody make these on Fiverr. It's kind of sick. Can't remember the guy's name right now. Something with an A. Pretty sick. Yeah, I thought it was all sick on that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, so that's that. So we're gonna change some of this stuff real quick. Obviously, I posted about every single one. You can kind of see some of the cool apparel. I really loved that shirt. Too bad it was like printful and it like came off the damn thing. Yeah, stole that idea from like Everforward, obviously, but still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. Yep, just a bunch of different things. This was all when it was a square layout, so they all look like shit. And yeah, so yep, bunch of different stuff there. But yeah, so what I want to do is I kind of want to change a couple things if I can. So let's keep going. Again, I'm just doing this now, so I don't have to like literally take pictures of all this shit. I could just have it on a video and whatever. So fueledbyprogress.com. Yeah, you got to edit some of this stuff on mobile. I'm not really sure. That's fine, I guess. I don't know what to say here. I should probably consult ChatGPT. Hey, give me can you give me like a short little Instagram bio for Fueled by Progress? It's not like that serious, but just something so I have it over there. I don't see, like, the thing is like the problem that I'm having right now is that I am exponentially increasing my workload without exponentially increasing my wallet and my income. So, yeah. That'll work. Yeah, let me just try that. So yeah, that's fine. Good enough for now. I mean, I don't, show account suggestions on profile. Yeah, I don't care, whatever. Cool. All right, so that should work. The other thing I wanted to change was for Fueled by Progress. I did that and that. I wanted to change that thing. Also, I'm going to need to do something different here. I mean, that's still there, but please give me podcast. Yes. Thank you. Good enough for now. That still does work. It's not important right now, so it is what it is. Cool. Come back over here. Fueled by Progress podcast. Sick conversations with entrepreneurs and creators about building, learning, and living fueled by progress. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's better than it was because the other one didn't make any sense and was not applicable whatsoever anymore. So cool. Yeah, obviously need to change the logos out, maybe get rid of the wallpapers, make some new ones or something. It doesn't really matter. And will I even use this? I don't know. But the point is that if I make 1% improvements there, then that's great. The next thing, the reason I want to turn on the camera is because I went to following and I saw that Find It Tech was on there. So then I logged in and I can switch accounts and go over to Find It Tech because now we have to do what we did for Fueled by Progress, but we have to do it for Find It Tech. So, and I'll show you Find It Tech. Like, didn't really do too much stuff with Find It Tech. Had, take a trip down memory lane. Had this little QuickBooks thing that I never really even used. Had pop sockets for Find It Tech too, and both variants of the logo there. Had this business card. If you get a business card, always get this embossed and like gloss situation over here, like spot gloss. It's very nice. Very nice. I would never design a business card differently. That's a little thing that my now brother-in-law 3D printed for me. Little logo. I thought this was that's so stupid. Stupid for optimization testing. Definitely did not need a tablet for that. And then these are just some of the stuff that we did. And then this is where you could see where I started making YouTube videos on the other channel. So 177 weeks ago. May 4th, 2022. Damn, really? That's kind of crazy. Lots happened in 3 years. Cool. All right. So then these are just website designs, pop sockets, whatever. You can see all that. So this is no more, right? And I'm of the opinion, right, where, Matt was asking me today while we were having our, our session, our podcast thing. And he was like, should we did you, change the business name? Did you make a new LLC, change the name? You just changed the name instead of doing DBA or whatever? And like, yeah, I mean, if you were going to do a DBA, like I feel like if you do a DBA, you need it's like kind of an umbrella situation. It'd be you technically always have to say Find a Tech DBA Motive 11. I don't want that. Like I want Find a Tech served its time. I want it to be gone though. So that's the first thing. The other option is like start a new LLC. Well, now I have like a new entity. I got to go with the IRS again to get a new EIN, like all this stuff. I want the entity. The entity is still the same thing in my mind. Like it's still Find a Tech. It still has existed since 2018 or 2019. Can't remember, I think it was February 2018. But it's just a different name now. Like it's its next iteration. So that's why I did a amendment is what they do in PA, and you pay $70 and you just change the name. You could change some other information too if you want, but that's what I did. Now I didn't get that back yet, so I'm really hoping that goes through. But I'm pretty confident because I don't even use this Instagram anyway. What I would like to do is change some of this information. So, yeah, so I'm going to change it. It's that simple. Annoyingly, for some reason you can't change that on here, so that's pretty irritating. Let's see here. Give me a you remember the stuff we've talked about with the Motive 11 rebrand? I need an Instagram bio for that one as well. Lovely. Professional, clear, designing smarter. Okay, this is like really stealing my other shit. But that'll work. Whatever. Yeah, fine. Cool. Cool. Probably should have some sort of emojis in here. So like work. Yeah, work. Or like that's I don't really know I don't really know what to do here. Like computer, like a PC, and then what about like the other, like web? How about globe? I don't know. This is good enough. Something like that. Cool. Hopefully that works. Submit. All right, now this is really annoying because obviously everything's to Account Center. I really don't know what's going to happen here. Should work. Cool. Okay, so name. We want to change this to Motive 11. Please just work. Do not piss me off. Okay. And then over here, Motive 11. Now, I don't think this is going to work. Now, I did it on X already, and I went Motive 11 HQ. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Also, on Instagram, does it matter? Can you do uppercase letters? Also, get out of that because that's a different account. Let me see something here real quick. If I go here, and then Motive 11 HQ. Yeah, that's what I did. Motive 11 HQ. I mean, I don't hate that. Part of me still thinks I probably should have done just an underscore. I don't know why I did HQ. That's not available anyway, so I can't do it. So whatever. So I'm not doing 2 underscores, so fuck that. Can you do capital letters? I don't know if you can. Can you do capital letters? Yeah. I think it's going to lowercase them. Doesn't matter. Don't really care. This is not a huge deal. I just want to make sure it's spelled right. Motive 11 HQ. Cool. Done. Great. Lovely. Profile picture. Can I remove it? No. All right. Should I put this on for now? This is actually a Peak 11 logo that I am using as inspiration to do some other random shit. That might work for right now. That's obviously not the logo, but it's pretty sleek. Thank you, Chat Jippity. Cool. Lovely. Let's get out of here. Damn, nice. Sweet. Wow, I am in love. Okay, yes. No uppercase. That's totally fine. Whatever. Great. We're moving. We're grooving. I can't change that. Let's see if I can potentially log in on my phone very quickly. Add Instagram account, user, what? No. What the hell? Use another profile. Oh, what the fuck? Oh boy. I don't know why there's not... How do I switch now? Oh no. This really annoying ass thing where you have to save your logins. I don't know. Whatever. I'll change that. It's totally fine. I'll change that up. It'll be fine. But yeah, so now we're good. And yeah, just wanted to document all that. Is there anything else that I really need to change right now? I don't think so. I wanted to keep this short and it's still 20 minutes. I don't know how I do that. It's kind of impressive, to be honest. But there's going to be a lot of content on here, so that's good. Is there anywhere else like important? So one of the cool things that I did when I did all this shit is I just went ham on getting all the social medias and everything like that. Did I? Actually, let me check that. Let me check this real quick. Fueled. It's probably FBP apparel. It's fueled by progress might have actually been too long. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, look at this. That's funny. What are we gonna do here? Is there any way to log into this? Let me see real quick. Let me go incognito. Let me see if there's any shit. All right, I got to do a different way. Here, x.com. I wonder if it's gonna even have. This was so long ago that I wonder if it's gonna even have the. Okay, it does. I don't love that. Stay with me, cram it. Hang on a second. Damn it. I got to log into that thing too. Sheesh. Hang on. I know you can't see anything. Okay, we're good. Hang on. We are good in the hood. All right. All right, real quick. Oh, that's not where I want to be. Right. No. What's happening? Oh, right there. Okay. We're in. We're in, boys. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Okay. All right, Miley Cyrus. Thank you. You aren't verified. Yeah, I don't need that right now. Okay, so obviously all this shit is. We'll just do this as a, you know, again, what's it called? A little bit of a documentation. This is what it used to look like, right? Fueled by Progress, kind of cool logo thing that I had going on here. Never ever do this either. That's like, it's like shading and shit. Yeah, that's not a great idea for a logo. Just because this is nice. Like this is the mark. I actually have this still on my desktop. This mark right here. Kind of looks like the USPS logo, I think, now that I think about it. But you know, it's one of those things. It's just something cool. I should come up with something like that. But I did this because like I wanted to have like this. I have a hat. I made a hat, a white hat with that as a black logo, and I thought that was really dope. And I still have that, and I golf in it sometimes. But I love the concept of this, like sleek, you know, the Nike swoosh type thing. And yeah, so whatever. Oh, find your fuel. That was another one. Okay. Anyway, goodbye. And Fueled by Progress. And I think we have, where is our other thing here? Let's grab that. Come back over here. Boom. 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 Oops. Boom. All right. Whoops. Okay. Location, not necessary. Fueled by Progress, yes, that is my birthday. Switch to professional. What the fuck is it now? Is it a brand? Did it not have professional before? I feel like there's no reason it shouldn't be professional. What was it before? Please be podcast. Let's go, damn it. Good thing everybody's podcast. You can change it later, but technically it's a business. I'm going to go creator. I think business is different. I think business is more like, I don't want to say like brick and mortar necessarily, but I think that's kind of more the way they think about it. Oh, need to change that. How can we change that? This is so exciting. I don't know if this is going to work, actually. Shit. Pause. Let's see here. I don't know if it's going to let us do it because we've made a lot of changes, and sometimes it doesn't let you make a lot of changes. Why is my gender female? What the fuck? Was I a female back then? How the hell did that happen? That was weird. So, Fueled by Progress. Yeah. Yep. It's got to be less than 15 characters. That is some fucking bullshit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That sucks. Oh, of course. Whose idea was it? More than fucking Jack Dorsey? More than 4, less than 15. Are you stupid? What the fuck? Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, FBP apparel isn't good enough. To the chat GPT, why am I asked? Why? Okay, hey, I need a username handle for X. Now, here's the problem. Whoever the asshole was that did this initially, probably Jack Dorsey, it needs to be between 4 and 15 characters. So I can't use like FBP, obviously. I can't use Fueled by Progress. Can you think of something that hopefully is available that's between 4 and 15 characters for Fueled by Progress? FBP podcast could work. FBP podcast. You got to be fucking kidding me. Who is that? Oh my God. The Fresh Baked Presents podcast. Unbelievable. I mean, I could throw an underscore under it, but I just don't like the idea of having podcast in it. You know what I mean? Fueled progress. That's stupid. Fueled by Pro. That's stupid. Fueled progress. Yeah. Those are all terrible. I don't really like this. Apparently it's not even available. That's awesome. Who is this? What the hell? Fueled by FBP pod. FBP pod. I hate it. I mean, I hate it so much. I hate the word pod. Bro, it is 4 characters. What are you doing? Must be longer. It must be 5 to 15 characters. Are you shitting me? You're out of your mind. That's a lot. That's a lot of stupid shit. I almost feel like just go here. Yeah. 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 Let me. Thank you. Okay. Cool. All right. Whatever. All right. Where are we at? Oops. And it's gone. I hate it, but it's whatever. Okay. Cool. All right. So I don't really even know if we're going to use this, to be honest. It's not that big of a deal. The biggest one is YouTube. Second biggest one is probably Instagram, realistically. I think TikTok could be another big thing. I think I made it. I think I made a TikTok for this. Fueled by progress. I do not know what we're about to see on the screen if it's not mine. Let's go. Damn it. So great. That's huge. That's huge. That is huge. All right. So again, let's zoom out. Let's zoom out and probably wrap up because I've spent way too much time talking. I mean, it's all great stuff, but you know. So zooming out, this is what I'm really doing here is obviously content strategy 2.0, like part 2 of what I was talking about in the last video. This is like something that I do need to consider. I don't want to go super wide. I mean, seriously, like thinking about managing all of these social medias makes me want to just my head explode. But this is like kind of the next thing is like at least you have the stage set. And I think here's the big thing, right? To this point, the way that I've used my personal social media is also stupid. I'm revitalizing the YouTube way, but also the way I'm using my social media is dumb as hell. I'm literally just posting the same shit on every platform. Like those daily shorts, I just blast them out everywhere. People on Facebook, you know, my friends in just that I've known for a while, like they'll say, "Oh, I watch your videos. You know, I really like them." Okay, that's awesome. I greatly appreciate that support. I'm not gonna put those on the main channel anymore. I'm gonna put those on the second channel. I don't think I'm gonna blast them out to every platform anymore either. Like, it's amazing how little fucking engagement they get. I mean, it's dumbfoundingly low. And I think that I have to stop doing that. I think maybe I could put them on my Facebook because I think that's probably where I get most of my stuff. I mean, TikTok too, to a degree, but like I really need to be more specific. You know, it's like I was talking to Matt Medeiros today, and we were talking about this. He's like, "Are you?" The notion came up like, okay, people do this on YouTube. They split out their main one and their secondary one on YouTube, but do you do it on other platforms? And honestly, the answer should be yes. And I actually saw a very specific example of this very recently with Dan Coe, or is it Dan Coe? I think it's Dan Coe. Dan Coe. I just said it the other day and I can't remember. I think it's Dan Coe. Dan Coe. Dan Coe. KOE. I don't know. But he has a second channel that he's had for a while, but he just posted like the first video. There's only one video on it. It's called Side Quest with Dan Coe. And he also has an Instagram that's Side Quests. So, you know, I don't want to overcomplicate this. Like, there's a fine line between not being a goddamn idiot like I've been and also overcomplicating it. And I want to stay in the middle of that because I don't want to overstep and make this way harder without also making any more money. It's really very simple. We don't need to overcomplicate this. These videos that I'm making here are very important. I'm working through them mentally. I'm documenting the stuff. I'm doing things, and I'm potentially, total bonus, educating some people, entertaining some people, whatever, right? By publishing it. So we don't need to overthink it. Plus, this is so easy, and I'm energized every single time I do this that it's no thing. You know what I mean? I'm not editing these. I'm boom. At least right now, just boom. So there's no big thing there. But again, thinking about the content strategy more holistically than just YouTube, which I should probably rename. I should name that other video my YouTube content strategy, because it's just talking about YouTube. This is really the next thing, is like adjusting these and seeing what goes, you know, where we go from here on these other platforms. Yeah, that's pretty huge. Yeah, I don't know what else. The thing is, like, again, with the last thing is the Fueled by Progress one, like, it's its own thing. Like, it should grow off of me for whatever small influence I have now and potentially bigger in the future, but it should be its own kind of thing. It should have. I want to create brands that are bigger than me. I want to create brands that, like, I use my any level of influence to push towards, but they're completely at the core of it. Like, they are kind of separated from me. Like Motive 11, especially Fueled by Progress, a little less because I would be, you know, talking on the mic, but it's not called the MJS podcast. Like, I don't want that anymore. That's silly, I think, to me. I could be so much more. It could be multiple hosts. It could be not just me all the time with the Fueled by Progress thing. If it's always my name, then it's just, yeah. So I think we've made some good strides here. We made some account adjustments and stuff like that. I think that's good. Yeah, I think we just need to keep going. Let's keep going. I don't think we need to do anything else in this video. This has, again, been a long one. They're all going to be this long because I just do shit and I work hard. So I'm not going to apologize for that shit anymore. I'm just going to do it and I'm going to publish it and we're going to go from there. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you as always. And I will talk to you later.